never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Fine.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Happy April to everybody. Now that it's Monday, it is April the 1st, which is the birthday of the greatest wrestler of all time. Randy Orton is 44 years old today, and he's still the best wrestler of all time. I took a few days off to enjoy the Easter weekend with family and friends, but back at it here on this Monday. If you were not at 244 Livestock Road, East Denali, Georgia, Saturday night for SWA, you missed another phenomenal SWA show. I do apologize for not mentioning the show leading up to it. I try my best to always mention where I'm going to be every weekend, but I've had so much going on behind the scenes off of YouTube that I just did not even mention it at all, and I do apologize for that. But the next SWA show will be coming up a little bit less than 2 weeks on Saturday, April the 13th. Doors will open at 6 o'clock. Bell time will be 7 o'clock. This past Saturday night, we saw the SWA debuts of Chico Ramirez and Lucas Da Silva. Like I always say, everybody wants to be a part of SWA Wrestling. 8 matches altogether. It was me and Jay who refereed the show Saturday night. We had 4 matches apiece. Jay has been doing it for maybe 6 months now, so he's still pretty new. So me and him were in the ring Saturday night, calling the matches and calling all the action right down the middle. The main event was a tag team match, which originally was Cade Powers and Lazarus Black, who also made his SWA debut Saturday night. They were going up against Boinkers and Richard Ramos. But about halfway through the match, Lazarus Black walked out on Cade Powers, and Scott Green came to the rescue. And then what we thought was a fan, turns out it was Richard Ramos's cousin or nephew, one of the two, that climbed the barricade and jumped in the ring and attacked Scott Green. So that led to Richard Ramos demanding a rematch for Cade Powers' SWA Premier Championship, which, after all that happened, Bad Jack came out and said Richard will get a rematch against Cade Powers, but I'm not sure when that will be. So make sure you're at the next SWA show in case it is coming up in 2 weeks. Again, it's April the 13th. Doors will open at 6 o'clock. Bell time will be 7 o'clock. You can always go to SWA on Facebook and reserve your seats if you want good front row seats, because if they're not gone today, they will be gone by tomorrow. We have a huge crowd every show, and just like Saturday night with Chico Ramirez, Lucas Da Silva, and Lazarus Black, just about every single show we have another wrestler making their SWA debut. I will not be anywhere this weekend because we're having a revival at church. Plus, this weekend is WrestleMania weekend, so there aren't a lot of promotions that run this Saturday night because everybody knows that anybody who watches wrestling will be at home watching WrestleMania. So I do not have a show this weekend. I want to go ahead and say that before I forget to say it and don't say it later on in the week, which later on in the week I will be, of course, talking about WrestleMania. We'll talk about all the matches that are going to take place on night one and all the matches that will take place on night two. That's coming up sometime later on in the week. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. An angry husband filled his wife's car with concrete because she won't change her last name. She is taking him to court because she has concrete evidence. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of three. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.